Hi students, welcome to our English class. Today we are going to discuss a new poem from our literature reader. The name of the poem is Birds of Paradise. Now let's see what are the learning objectives of today's class. To appreciate the unusual imaginary presented, to comprehend the poem from the speaker's perspective, to identify words used to describe the fantastic birds. Birds of Paradise, written by Christina Rossetti. Before looking to the poem, let's see more about the author. She was born on 1830, lived in England, and wrote poems for children. Her father was a scholar from Italy who left to live in England with his family. She died in 1894. In this poem, the speaker is expressing what she imagines birds in heaven will be like. Much the same as on earth, but more beautiful, more colorful, and more at peace. Let's start the poem Birds of Paradise. What do you mean by paradise? Heaven. Have you ever felt paradise around you? What things are there in the paradise? Does paradise exist in real or it's just an imagination? In this poem, the poet describes about the birds which live in the paradise. Let's see what is it about. Golden winged, silver winged, winged with flashing flame, such a flight of birds I saw. Birds without a name, singing song in their own tongue. Song of songs they came. So, in this stanza, we can see that here the author is talking about a golden winged and a silver winged bird with when they are flying, this flashing of flame is there. He says that she saw a lot of birds, a group of birds. She don't know the name of that birds because they don't belong to the earth, they belong to the paradise, and singing song in their own tongue. That means they are singing the song, but it is not familiar to the author because she is very new to this type of song, and she called it the song of the song they came because that much sweet that song was, and its song belongs to heaven. One to another calling, each answering each, one to another calling in their proper speech. High above my head they wheeled, far out of reach. In this stanza, we can see that they are talking to each other, they are making conversation, and they are enjoying themselves. This is the way they are communicating with each other, and they are communicating continuously. Here, the poet says that I don't have any idea what they are talking about. There is nothing I can understand. And she says that they are flying above her head in a circular moment. They are flying in a way which look like circle. So here birds call and respond to one another in the strange bird song as they fly high above her in a circular moment. On wing of flame they went and came with a cadenced clang. Their silver wing tinkled, their golden wings rang. The wind it whistled through their wings, where in heaven they sang. In this stanza, we can see that the wing of the flame they went and came. Here, the wing of the celestial birds were made of metal, and so they could make a musical accompaniment. And not only that, they are flying with their golden wings, and it is ringing, and they are whispering of the wind through their wings while they are flying towards the heaven. They are singing very merrily. They flashed and they darted, a while before mine eyes, mounting, mounting, mounting still, in a haste to scale the sky. Birds without a nest on earth, birds of paradise. In this stanza, we can see that the poet is talking about the way of the birds is moving. He says that the metal wings of the birds is flashing in front of his eyes, has a circle high above her head, and they are flying very high. They are moving very. They are rising towards the sky. They are moving very high and going to height and height. In hesitate to scale the sky. They are very moving very fastly to reach the sky, because they are birds without a nest on the earth. They don't have a nest here. Do you know why they don't have a nest here? Because they belongs to the paradise. They are the birds from the paradise, where the moon rise not, no sun seek the west, there to sing their glory, which they sing at rest, there to sing their love song when they sing their best. Here we can see that the birds are moving towards the paradise. We can see the paradise is beautifully described here, where the moon where the moon rises not and the sun is not setting. Not only that, there the birds are singing their about their glory, which they sing at the rest. While they are sitting there, they are singing, there to sing their love song when they sing their best. Here we can see that as a place where the sun never set and the moon never rise, they are singing their love song undisturbed by anyone. Here we can see that the birds, they don't want, they want to do best in the place, ideal place. Here the birds is enjoying the heaven and they are doing the things they love to do in the best place where they can sit and sing about the glory. Now we can see what is there in the last stanza. Not in any garden that mortal foot hath trod, not in any flowering tree that spring from earthly sod, but in the garden where they dwell, the paradise of God. Here, the poet tells that they fly towards a garden where no one has ever set food on it, and not in any flowering tree. That means there are no earthly trees there, that spring from earthly sod. Here sod means mud, so no earthly tree is there. Whatever thing is there is very unique and it belong to paradise, but in the garden where they dwell. Here that means this is a place, this garden belong, the paradise belong to God. So it's says that that's towards God's ideal garden that we call paradise. Here also she is describing about the beauty of that garden in the paradise. So my dear students, I hope you have understood about the poem. Now let's see once again. Here when we are just consolidating it once again, there are many species of animal that have become extinct and many more endangered species that face a high risk of extinction. Here at the end of this song, let us take a pledge to make the earth habitable for all the variety creatures that live on it. Next we can just look the paraphrase is given there. We will discuss this in our classroom. Thank you students. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.